welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something called Swar Yoga. It's this ancient yogic idea all about your breath, specifically the flow through your nostrils, the swar.
Mm-hmm. It's fascinating stuff. Basically, using that breath flow as a sort of shortcut to balance yourself out physically, mentally, energetically.
Exactly. And our mission here is to pull out the key, really practical bits from, well, a whole collection of insights on Swar Yoga.
Oh.
About 50 key takeaways, actually.
Yeah, distill it down so you can understand it. Maybe even try it out, see if it makes a difference.
Right. So have you ever felt, just super energized for no clear reason?
Yeah.
Or maybe unusually calm?
All the time, those subtle shifts.
What if you could understand those shifts, maybe even influence them just by paying attention to your breath? That's the core question, really.
Yeah.
Let's start with the basics, this nostril cycle idea.
Okay, so the fundamental thing is that your dominant nostril, the one you're breathing more easily through, it naturally switches, usually every 60 to 90 minutes, maybe up to 2 hours sometimes.
And each side has a different feel, right? Left is Ida.
Correct. Ida Nadi. Think cool, lunar energy. It's linked to your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest side. Good for mental stuff, relaxation.
And the right side, Pingala.
Pingala Nadi. That's your solar energy. Warming, activating, tied to the sympathetic nervous system, they get up and go. Better for physical activity, digestion.
And there's a third state, Sushumna.
Yes. Sushumna is when both nostrils are flowing pretty much equally. That's often linked to deeper meditative states, a sense of balance. But the main cycle is Ida and Pingala alternating.
It's amazing how this automatic process is apparently influencing so much. Body temp, focus.
Definitely. Swar Yoga just gives us a framework to notice and maybe work with these natural rhythms.
So how can you tell which nostril is dominant right now? Is it easy?
It's super easy. Just gently close one nostril with your finger, breathe normally through the open one, then switch. You'll usually feel one side is clearly more open, freer.
Okay, simple enough. I could try that right now.
Yeah, give it a go. Another way, less common, is hold something cool like a mirror under your nose, see which side fogs it up more.
Huh. Interesting. Now, what if I check and find, say, my left nostril is dominant, but I actually need energy? Can I nudge it?
You can try. The classic techniques are pretty gentle. Try lying down on your left side for a few minutes. That often encourages the right nostril to open up.
Oh, lying on the opposite side.
Exactly. Or you can try applying some gentle, sustained pressure under your right armpit. That can also help shift the dominance over to the right side.
Okay, so we can check, we can maybe shift it. Let's talk about practical uses. Energy and digestion seem like big ones.
Yeah, definitely. When that right nostril, Pingala, is more active, it's thought to stimulate your agni, your digestive fire. So it can mean more energy, potentially better digestion, and maybe even help with things like constipation.
So checking in the morning, or maybe before you eat.
Right. And if you want that boost or you're about to eat a heavier meal, maybe try activating that right side if it's not already dominant.
Makes sense. And the flip side, stress, anxiety, needing to sleep.
That's where the left nostril, Ida, comes in. Favoring breathing through the left side tends to promote calm, reduce that feeling of being wired or anxious. It helps shift you towards that parasympathetic, restful state.
So maybe consciously breathing through the left nostril in the evening before bed.
It could certainly help prepare you for sleep. A simple tool to try.
What about focus? Like if I need to concentrate on a task, is it left or right?
Well, that's where it gets interesting. For peak mental clarity, it's often less about forcing one side and more about balance, bringing Ida and Pingala into harmony.
Oh, okay.
And that's where techniques like Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing come in. That practice is specifically designed to balance these two channels, leading to, better focus, feeling more centered.
So it sounds like we can actually weave this into daily life, like that tip about eating when the right nostril is dominant for digestion.
Absolutely. It's about aligning activities. Maybe do your workout when Pingala is strong. Maybe tackle that complex report when Ida feels more active, or after doing some balancing breath work.
Even simple things like drinking water.
Yeah, there's a suggestion about drinking warm water when the right nostril is dominant, again, to kind of support that digestive heat. Small things.
You mentioned the source material connects us to chakras too.
Yeah.
That sounds deeper.
It does go deeper, yeah. Swar Yoga connects the breath flow through these nadis directly to the energy centers, the chakras. We won't dive deep into that now, but it shows how fundamental breath is considered in this system. It's the link.
Gotcha. So even just sticking to these basics, understanding your nostril dominance gives you a tangible way to influence how you feel day to day. Energy, digestion, calm, focus.
And it's incredibly accessible. It doesn't cost anything, doesn't require fancy equipment, just a little awareness of something you're doing constantly anyway, breathing.
Which leads to a final thought, really. Considering your breath is always shifting like this, rhythmically, what subtle messages has your body been sending you all along?
Messages you might now start to notice.
Maybe just try checking your nostrils a few times today. See if you notice any connection between which side is dominant and how you're feeling or what you're doing.
It's an interesting personal experiment.
Definitely. And look, this deep dive is really just scratching the surface. There's a lot more to explore in Swar Yoga if this sparked your curiosity.